Welcome everybody to St. Augustine, Florida, the home of the Flagler Saints, for another night of exciting Division II lacrosse. Tonight is senior night, and we're glad to have you along with us on our feed. My name is Patrick Moore. I'm going to be taking you along on a ride here for the next couple hours as the Saints host the St. Leo University Lions. It is absolutely perfect out. Couldn't ask for a better night, and this is a huge matchup for the Saints. The Saints come in tonight nationally ranked, number 12 in the country, taking on the number 17 team in the country. The Saints, just a 4-year-old program, nationally ranked in just 4 years, and so this is a big, big game. The guys are gone through their warm-up paces. They've got the juices flowing. We have a good crowd here, a lot of Flagler Saints fans and faithful here cheering us on. So we're looking forward to seeing a nice, loud crowd here, and hopefully the weather is going to stay beautiful for the rest of the evening. Boys are all going to line up there in the middle of the field, and then we'll get the goalies to their spots, and we'll get this thing underway. So St. Leo comes in with a win from last week over Alabama Huntsville. They won 13-12. Before that, they had a 12-6 win, and they've been on a pretty good run. So they are playing some very good lacrosse, but much like your Saints, the Saints are also coming in with several wins. They started off the season with a victory over Embry-Riddle, and last week had 2 great wins. So tonight should be a lot of fun. We're getting ready for the face-off, and here we go. We're underway as there's a scrum for the ball. The ball is loose, and the Saints come up with it. And we got a long pole moving the ball up the field. It's a quick, it is a shot, and it's not on the mark there, so the Saints will recover, and they'll keep the ball. Got about 74 seconds left in the shot clock, so plenty of time to work with here tonight. Again, if you're just joining us, thanks for coming in. Joining us here for Flagler Saints men's lacrosse. Big matchup as the Saints take on the St. Leo Lions. Saints are going to move the ball around the field. Number 6, Trace McDonald, has the ball as he comes up through the middle, sweeping across with that left hand he's got. Swings it across to Tyler Douglas there. Back to Trace McDonald, who's going to swing it around. Looks like Colton there, number 12. Trace moving to his left. There's a quick pass to the middle. It is not caught, but the Saints get it back. We got 38 seconds left on the shot clock, so still, again, plenty of time to work with here. Luke Burton around the crease, shoots, and it's wide. Saints chase it down there. So great effort on the hustle play there. Saints going to move the ball up top again. That's number 12, Colton, and swings it around back again to Tyler Douglas, number 60, on the left side there. Saints are being patient here on this time. There's a shot. Again, it's wide right. But that's 3 shots in a row on this one possession, so I like what I'm seeing from our Saints. 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Down on the right-hand corner, that's going to be Luke Burton. You can hear the boys yelling 10, letting the boys know there's 10 seconds left on the shot clock. We're down to 6 seconds. It's a quick move. On the left side, a shot, and it's wide left. Ball goes out of bounds with 1 second and actually no time there, so it's going to be a change in possession. But 4 shots on goal for the Saints, not able to get one in the back of the net, but do like the aggressiveness and what we're seeing here so far. Now St. Leo will look to advance the ball up the field as the Saints try to ride. Looks like that is number 10, James Davies, the ball as he advances. So now the Saints will set up their offense and swing it around. There's a high pass at the end line. They bring it back up top. And the ball's going to be all the way out at midline here as the Saints try to kind of reset their offense. On the left side there, we've got number 45. It's Aiden Nogden. Goes back down to X there behind the goal. We've got about 32 seconds left on the shot clock. St. Leo's being very patient. No shots on goal yet. This is their first offensive possession. Oh, and there's a big hit. Great play. Ball is loose, and the Saints come up with it. It's Brandon Gersholt. Saints advance it up the middle there. Great play on defense by the Saints. Number 8, Parker Collins, advances it and gets it up the field to Luke Burton. And now the Saints will bring in their new midfield line. Number 5, Griffin Moore on the field. As the ball goes to Trace McDonald, back up to Moore, number 5. Dylan Wilson, number 2, looking to get back on the field. As they sub, Griffin makes a little move to the right, swings back to the middle. He's on his left hand, bounces it outside, quick pass inside, not able to hang on to the ball there, and St. Leo comes up with it on the turnover. So unfortunate on that play, great play, but not able to hold the ball there at the end and get a shot off. So no shots on that possession for the Saints. Now St. Leo advances, and they're going to reset their offense. Again, if you're just joining us here tonight, thanks for coming in. Joining us on the live stream, I'm Patrick Moore here at Flagler College, home of the Saints. It's senior night. Right after the game tonight, we're going to celebrate all our seniors. We'll keep that on the live stream for you as well, so make sure to hang around and cheer on our 16 seniors on this team. Saints are coming in, ranked 12th in the country. St. Leo, number 17, so a lot of implications here. Big game. There's a shot, and it's off. Stevens gets a little save. Ball hits the right crossbar, and now the Saints are going to advance. There's a quick pass to the left and a shot, and it's stopped. But the Saints do recover. Great ball movement there by Jacob Hauser, pushing it for the Saints to try and get a shot. Great play. So now the Saints will kind of reset here. We got 60 seconds on the shot clock. We're 10:45 into this first quarter. Couldn't ask for a better night so far. Beautiful weather. This is why you come to Florida to play lacrosse. No snow down here. There's a quick move to the right. Looking at a shot. It's high, and it's stopped. That's going to be no-go on that one. That was Jack Pilla. Tried to go left corner, and Drew Wheeler, the goalie for St. Leo there, made the nice save. So now St. Leo trying to advance, and they do get it across. There's a hit on the sideline, no flag. They're going to let them play. I like it. And again, St. Leo will reset on offense and sub some guys in and out here. Let's see if they can get a shot on goal. So far the Saints have been peppering Wheeler down on the St. Leo end with plenty of shots. Haven't connected yet, still 0-0. I think St. Leo only has one shot. There's a pass to the right side, and it is over his head, out of bounds. So there's a turnover. Great defense by the Saints. So now the Saints will take over on possession. Looking to get this one across the line here. Parker Collins up to Griffin Moore. Griffin, a little bit of space, brings it back out, and we'll set the offense up. Dylan Wilson on number 2, and number 16, Bo Howard in there on that midi line right now. Here goes Bo to his right, six it back to the middle to Trace McDonald. Trace looking for a shot. He shoots, and it's in! It's a goal for the Saints. They're first on the board at 8:58 here in the first quarter. The Saints up 1-0. And I tell you, if we've seen it once, we've seen it 100 times. Trace McDonald with that sweeping left hand right across the middle. So tough to stop. I do not want to be a goalie in his way. So we're just under 9 minutes here in the first quarter. Still lots of lacrosse to play. Saints up 1-0. We'll line it up for the face-off. And they're calling it early. Yep, it's going to go against St. Leo, so that's going to be the Saints' ball. Looks like Andrew Graham, the Fogo for St. Leo, got a little too ahead of the whistle. Jack Pilla takes the ball up top there. We're going to sub some guys in. Here comes Colton Reynolds, number 12, down the right alley. Looking to the middle. He keeps going. He's going to try and shoot. Oh, the ball pops loose. Oh, and it goes in. Thought the ball popped out, and he gets it. That was a sneaky play there. Nobody from St. Leo slides. And Colton just runs right to the house. And the Flagler Saints go up 2-0 with 38 here in the first quarter. And the boys like it on the sideline. Got Gordon. Ogden on the sideline there, old Gordo. There's a face-off. Straight ahead. Matty comes up with it. Oh, the ball pops loose as he goes for it. Flying in the air. We got a scrum for the ball. And Flagler's going to come up with it. That's Gordon. Number 97 pops it out to the left. Okay, we're going to slow it down. We're going to get some subs here. In comes Tyler Douglas, number 60. Also Jack Pillow. And Colton Reynolds, number 12. Saints are going to bring it behind the cage there to X and bounce it around. Yep. Colton gives it back out to Jack. Jack Pila from the left side down the left alley, looking to the middle. Still got the ball. He's going to swing it back out to the top. There's a spin, and there's a shot, and it is a little bit wide. But that was Ian Plott on the shot. Great spin move. Little spin cycle for Ian. Oh, number 6, Trace McDonald at the X position. Loses it, but gets it back. Bounces it across the front. Here's a little scrum for the ball as it falls to the ground. Oh, and there's a quick shot. Ben Nyberg just unleashes. Goes a little high there. But again, the Saints are absolutely peppering St. Leo goalie Wade Wheeler with plenty of shots. There's a move up the left alley there as Trace McDonald's trying to work that. He swings it back to the top. Ball comes loose. Pass was a little tough as he was running one way and the ball was behind him. And Wheeler for St. Leo is going to outlet the ball. St. Leo will advance. And again, it looks like they're going to slow it down. Get their subs in here. Thomas Nellen, number 6 there with the ball, bounces it out to number 13, John Rashi. And then up top, 51, Ben Baker for St. Leo now. He's going to work down that right alley, trying to use the pick. Bounces it back to X, looking for somebody in the middle. Nobody there. Oh, and there's a high pass across the midline. Yep, and that's going to be a turnover for the Lions. So the Saints are going to get the ball back, get another chance. 6.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Feels like the Saints have had 50 shots to St. Leo's 2 so far, so to see if this continues or not for our Saints. 2-0, Saints are up right now. Saints are going to slow it down, get it out to the right side. Bo Howard's going to work. Goes down to the X, and he's looking as they try to get some movement here. He comes back around towards the crease. He's looking. He's going to move inside, and he bounces it back out to Trace McDonald. Trace says, let's slow this thing down, guys. I'm going to see if I can't do something here. Trace waiting for the pick. There's the pick. He doesn't use it, but he goes left. Sweeping, swings it across. There's a wide open shot. And a really nice save by Wheeler. That was Bo Howard, and he just can't connect to the back of the net, but it's all right. More shots for the Saints. Now the rain starts to come down just a little bit here in St. Augustine. There was a chance of rain from about now till about maybe 8 o'clock, so hopefully it clears up here soon. But, again, better than snow. I mean, at least I think so. Ball comes up top to Dylan Wilson here, number 2. And there's Bo Howard, number 16 on the right side again. Bounces down, swings back up to the left. Up to McDonald. All the way across over to number 5, Griffin Moore. Griffin's going to run to his left. He bounces it back outside. Dylan looks, doesn't take it. Oh, ball gets batted down by St. Leo. Ball's loose, and St. Leo comes up with it. Nice defensive play. And we've got a pole running, and there's a man wide open in the midfield. It's a pole shot, and it goes high. Oh, man, that thing went flying. And it's going to go to the Saints. Nobody back for St. Leo, so the Saints will take back possession here. It's 2-0. Our Saints are up right now over St. Leo. Saints are going to advance this thing down to the left alley. And again, they're going to reset. Colton Reynolds, number 12. Oh, he slips a little bit. Again, it's just started raining, so it's just a little wet on that turf, which can sometimes be slick anyways. Trace McDonald to his right, bounces it back across the middle or passes it. Ball's loose, and there's a shot. That was Ben. Was that Ben? Benji? Yeah, that was Ben Nyberg. My eyes aren't what they used to be, folks. Sorry. From the back, there's a pass, and now a shot. Oh, and it's high, and it's saved. That was Colton Reynolds on the shot. St. Leo's Wheeler makes the save as it's just right down the middle, about eye high, head high there. Good ride. Ball advances, and St. Leo does just get it across the line in time. You got to get it across by the 60 mark there on the shot clock. You got 20 seconds. 20 seconds can feel like forever sometimes, and sometimes doesn't feel like enough time when you're trying to run across the lacrosse field. Now St. Leo will bring it down the left alley. That's number 28. It's Merrick Chernoff. There's a scrum in the middle, and our Saints. Flagler comes up with it. Ball pops out to the deep hole. Ball is loose again, and we come up with it. And they advance the ball, so now we're in some transition here. We're going to advance the ball. And I think the Saints might slow this back down again here. Ball pops out to Tyler Douglas. Ian Plott with a nice play, and Coach Duncan calling for a timeout. And the referee gives it to him. So 2:40 here in the first quarter. Flagler Saints are up 2-0. And honestly, with the amount of shots we've had, you kind of think we'd be up a couple more now. But, of course, goalie's made some good saves. So we'll see what the rest of the night brings us. And it does look like just, again, a little drizzle rain here tonight. A few umbrellas popping out, but I don't think it's too bad. Let's see. Patrick's next to me, my video guy here. What do you think, Patrick? Yeah, it's a little drizzle. Not too bad. Not getting wet yet? All right. We're all good. We got the best seat in the house. We're sitting under a covered awning, so they have to pull the umbrellas out. We don't. Again, thanks for joining us here tonight. We're at the Den, Flagler College, number 12 in the country, taking on St. Leo, number 17. I'll talk a little bit more about some other Division II lacrosse that went on today. Some big games, a couple upsets, some surprising scores, actually. But right now, we're going to stay locked into what our Flagler Saints are going to do here. So we're going to start this one out here on the right alley, and Trace McDonald will start with the ball. He's going to bring it up to the top. Looks like he's going to try and start sweeping. Oh, it goes back to his right down the right alley there. Passes it back to X. They're looking across the middle. There's Colton Reynolds at the top. Bounces to his left, slides and falls. Stick comes loose, and that's going to be St. Leo's. Unfortunately, can't do that. Got to have a stick. Oh, and that's actually going to be a flag, I believe, on St. Leo as the defender kicked Colton's stick. Colton lost his stick. Let's see here. What happened here? So there's a delay of game. Oh, it's actually going to go against Colton. Okay. Well, I saw St. Leo kick the stick, but who am I? So they're going to call a delay of game on Flagler. Fresh 80 on the shot clock now for St. Leo. The Saints are down a man, so playing one man down. Let's see if the Saints defense can hang in here. Oh, the ball is too high. Pops loose. It's going towards the sideline, and there's a hustle there play, and absolutely great heads-up play by Flagler to make St. Leo pop that ball out of bounds as he almost saved it, and now there's a shot, and there's a save. That's Parker Collins on the left-handed shot. So minute 45. Man, what a great heads-up play by Flagler. Chasing that ball to the sideline. Looked like St. Leo was going to pick it up. Gave him a little love tap. And as he went to pick it up, he just knocked it right out of bounds. And here we are, Saints ball. 2-0, Saints are up. 1.5 minutes left. We do have a little bit of rain still coming down. Here's Tyler Douglas, senior. A staple here in this 4-year-old NCAA program. Kid's been a stud for us. There's a shot on his right hand. That looks like Jack Pila. And it goes a little bit wide right of the goal there. So we're going to start over here at the end line. We got 30 seconds left on the shot clock, so lots of time to work with. Moves to his left, looking across the middle. There's a pass, and it is a hot one coming across. Too much juice on that one. And it goes across the midfield line, which, of course, makes that St. Leo's ball now. So St. Leo will take over possession. So the Saints came out pretty darn hot in that first half of the first quarter. And now we still look good, just can't quite get the ball in the back of the net. And that's the name of the game. My dad always said, you know how you win the game? You score more points than the other team. Works every time. Jake Cowles are playing great D. So going to be a switch. Ball, he falls. And the ball is loose. Now his stick is loose. He's playing without a stick. What's going on? Okay, that's going to be Flagler's ball. Now he got a little push, a little love tap. Okay, a little energy. I like it. All right, and it's going to be Flagler's ball. Great play by Jacob. Now, that's way up high, man. That was a throat check. Oh, and there comes the flag down there on the infield, on the inline, I should say. So Flagler now kind of gets a freebie. We got 14 seconds left in this first quarter, up 2-0. Shot clock doesn't matter right now. Tyler Douglas on the left side there, still looking for some space. We're going to hang on to this one because we're going to get the ball back here at the start of the second quarter with that flag. So we'll take it. So first quarter, right now, Saints are up 2-0 over the St. Leo Lions. Right here in St. Augustine, Florida. So I like what we're seeing from the Saints. And if I'm Coach Duncan, I'm just saying, hey, let's just keep shooting, but let's put it in the back of the net. I mean, isn't that what you do? Yeah. Patrick doesn't have a mic. I'm Patrick, but you're Patrick. You don't have a mic, but you're basically my color commentary guy. You just don't know it. There's an old movie, Major League. You ever seen that? Yeah. And the other guy never talks? Yeah. Okay? Like you're gonna be that guy for me tonight, all right? Well, if you just happen to be tuning in, our Flagler Saints are up 2-0 over St. Leo. I'm Patrick Moore, broadcasting live here from Flagler College, our beautiful Lacrosse stadium here. And I have to say, man, this is just such a great spot. I feel like every time you come out here, it feels like you're at the beach or something. I mean, I feel like I should come out here in flip-flops, board shorts, and my surfboard ready to paddle out. I mean, you're only a mile from the beach anyways. So makes absolute sense why anybody would want to come to school here. It's just a great place to be. And I'm excited to be here tonight with you as our number 12 ranked Flagler Saints are battling right now with the number 17 ranked St. Leo Lions. So we got a couple stats here thrown our way. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to have to put on my readers. My good friend Sean Campbell let me borrow his reader glasses. He's a lot older than me, and I told him I might need them tonight. So, yeah, right now, that first quarter, Flagler, 13 shots on goal to St. Leo's 2. But again, right now, Flagler only connecting on 2 of those, and St. Leo obviously with none so far. So, yeah, that's right, kind of the story. Got to finish for the Saints. And then, yeah, that's really the only number that kind of is sticking out to me right now. As we get ready to start this second quarter, Saints will be on the opposite end down there on their end, their sideline, right in front of the coaches with the ball. Trace McDonald up top is going to swing the ball around. There's Dylan Wilson and Tyler Douglas down to Luke Burton, back around to Ben. Here comes Bo, number 16, right across the top. He bounces it out. Here's Dylan Wilson with a shot and a score! And that, folks, is what you call a worm burner. Dylan Wilson, low to low. That kid loves that shot. I was talking to his dad not long ago, Scott, and he said, you know, he used to always tell him, shoot overhand, shoot overhand. If you've been around youth lacrosse, you hear coaches, shoot overhand. Dylan started shooting that underhand stuff a couple years ago, and it worked. So Scott told him, keep doing it. 14:35 here in the second quarter. Saints put another one on the board. It's 3-0. As we'll line it up to face off. Oh, and St. Leo goes early again. So Matty Matriga doesn't have to even do anything, because the Saints just get the ball back. It's Willie Bateman, number 7, bounces the ball up the field, and we're going to switch guys out here. Colton Reynolds come running on. It's Luke Burton down in the corner, back up top to Tyler Douglas. On comes Jack Pila, number 22 for the Saints. Tyler up top. He's going to bounce out to the right side. He's going to try and get downhill, down that left alley. He's looking. His head's up. He's looking. Bounces it back. Turns around. Doesn't. Goes back to X behind the goal. Coming down the right alley there. Oh, looking to shoot, and there's a shot, but it's outside. Oh, man, what a tease. You see that ball hit the net, and you just think, that sucker's in, and it's not. Ball's outside, so St. Leo gets possession. Fresh shot clock. And they're going to bring it down the right alley back to X. Again, they've only shot 2 shots on goal so far. To Flagler's, I believe now, will be 15 or 16 shots. 13 shots there in the first quarter with two goals. Now I think 2 more shots with another goal. I like those percentages, 50%. There's a pick set at top. St. Leo moves it to the middle. They try to throw it down low, and there's just a bad pass as he was hit, kind of falls back, and he can't control it and throws it out of bounds. So the defense, again, for the Saints, doing their job. And I will tell you, folks, this defense for Flagler, they're no joke. These kids can play. They have really fueled a lot of what this offense has done by the play that they've brought every game. So now Flagler will bring it down there on that far side to the back corner. It looks like Trace McDonald. We'll swing it back over to Luke Burton, and now Griffin Moore's in the game up top, number 5. I'm a little partial to that kid. Griffin looking for some space. In comes Dylan Wilson. Griffin sends him through. Now Moore down the left side. He keeps moving, bounces it out to Dylan Wilson, who swings it to the right. Now comes back down to the bottom. It's Trace McDonald. He's looking for space. Brings it back out. That quick ball movement, trying to get the defenders' heads turning and get some space. Trace makes a little juke and jive. Comes to the top. Ball's high, but Griffin Moore holds on to it. Swings to the left. There's a shot by Luke Burton on the left side. Tries to ping it in that right-hand bottom corner, and it is saved and knocked out, so it goes out of bounds. It's our ball. So the Saints now will bring it to X. We've got 16 seconds left on the shot clock with 12 minutes here in the second quarter. There's a pass to the right side, and there's a shot. It's saved. It's another shot by Ben Nyberg. Off comes the midfield because probably going to be a turnover on time here, so Saints just chuck it away. I don't love that, but I do think that's a hilarious thing in lacrosse where they just chuck the ball as far as they can when the shot clock winds down. I want to be that guy. That's about all I can do with lacrosse stick is chuck it into the stands. So St. Leo now trying to push it a little bit. They advance the ball up the field. They're looking. There's a man open in the midfield there, right in the middle. Looks like that's number 6, Thomas Nealon. He's going to bring it up top to number 28, Maverick Chernoff, and number 49, Anderson Smith. And there's Braden Stellwagen. Braden's going to bring it down that right alley. He's looking to bounce it down to the X spot. They're looking across the middle. It's a little bit of space, but the defense slides. There's a lot of pressure. Ball is loose, kind of right there in the middle. He hangs on to it. Again, St. Leo being very patient with their shot selection, not taking a lot of shots. Not sure if they have a shot, maybe one shot the second quarter. St. Leo brings it across the right side. They're still trying to find space, but this Flagler defense is just playing lockdown. And there's a move, and there's a shot, and it is wide. Looked like that was number 28, Maverick Chernoff, and that's only 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and here we go. This is my position right here, Patrick, where you just chuck it out of bounds. That's my spot, boy. All right, 10:32 here in the second quarter. If you just tuned in, the Saints are up 3-0. They've had about almost 20 shots on goal. 3 goals. St. Leo with not very many shots so far. Oh, and the defender slips. Colton Reynolds is open. He fakes it. Toe drags that and brings it back to the X spot to Luke Burton. Luke, a sophomore here at Flagler. Played as a freshman last year, has been a catalyst in this offense. Now up top, Jack Pila moves to his left. He's got some space. A slide comes. He's still up. He shoots. It's off the post, and there's an open goal, and it's Tyler Douglas. As the ball bounces off the post, Tyler snags it and goes low to high and snipes it right down the middle. That brings it 4-0 for the Saints. Your number 12 ranked Saints looking like a number 12. And in my humble opinion, they keep playing like this, they look better than a number 12. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. A lot of lacrosse to still play. It's 9:53 in the second quarter. We'll line it back up. This one's clean. Nobody jumps on this one. Ball's loose. Matt Petrega. He goes for it, and as he scoops it, he trips. And St. Leo comes up with it. So St. Leo gets that one. And they're going to bring in some fresh legs. Number 51, Ben Baker in there. And number 55, Zach Krug, I apologize to say it wrong. St. Leo looking to move the ball. They're looking for space. The slide comes. So one thing the Saints just seem to do really well, they talk on D. When somebody gets beat, the slide comes, and the other defender recovers. It's just been something that they've worked on and have done so well this year. St. Leo continuing just to try to find a hole in this Flagler defense, which so far they haven't really been able to. Again, as he's pushed as he shoots that one, that was number 55, Zach Krog. He actually kind of shot that one across the front of the goal, so went wide left. 4-0. Flagler Saints are up. There's a screen at the top. Flagler switches. There's a shot. Josh Stevens for Flagler, our first half goalie, right there. St. Leo bringing it from X. They're trying to slip in that crease, makes a quick pass right across the middle, and nobody home. So the ball goes out of bounds. That means it's Flagler's ball. So Flagler will bring in the subs. A new line, I should say. Taking their time to advance. Back to Josh Stevens. Josh looks to the middle. He's got a man. That's Parker Collins, who advances it to Garrett Moore, another kid that I'm fond of. So Flagler will get everybody in here. We got Chase Grand is in the game, number 99. As Garrett Moore comes to the left alley. He's looking to go downhill, and he does. He's in the left alley. He's looking back. He passes back. Swings it over to Trace McDonald. Trace sweeps across the left like he does. Good defense by St. Leo there, keeping him in check, staying in front of him. That's the trick with Trace, is just trying to stay in front of the kid. Here comes Chase Grand, number 99. He slips. He's trying to go left. Still on his feet. Can't quite make the turn, so he brings it back there to Luke Burton at X. Chase back to back to Luke again. Luke looking for space. Comes around the crease on the left side. There's a pass inside. Ball is loose. There's a little scrum. And St. Leo actually comes up with that one. Nice ground ball, but he has to throw it up in the air as so much pressure from the offense on that ride. It's number 4, Owen Willis, just can't quite find space. And as he runs for the end line for his life, he has to throw it away, and Flagler comes up with it. So Coach Duncan and the Flagler coaches want to talk it over with just 6:59 here in the second quarter, 4-0. Flagler Saints are up. I would imagine Coach wants to just calm the boys and set something up. See if we can't get another good shot. Again, kind of looking back at the that first quarter, the shot comparison, Flagler had 13 shots on goal to St. Leo's 2, and if my terrible math is correct, I'm thinking St. Leo might only have, 2 shots? 2 more shots in the second quarter, something like that? 3? Maybe 3, maybe 4. But Flagler obviously right now just getting more shots off, but, that might be the game plan. But in that first quarter, Trace McDonald with 1 goal for the Flagler Saints. Colton Reynolds with the other goal. That made it 2-0. Flagler's also popped 2 more in here in the second quarter. St. Leo not yet able to find the back of the net. And after that St. Leo turnover, now Flagler will take possession. They're going to bring in this new line with Dylan Wilson, Griffin Moore, and Bo Howard. So, of course, we'll keep Trace McDonald and Luke Burton in there on attack. Also, Ben Nyberg. Griffin Moore brings it across the middle and comes to Dylan Wilson. He's on his left, brings it back to the middle. And now it goes back to Griffin Moore. Griffin Moore will come over here to this near side right in front of the booth. Looking for some space. He's going to wheel it up. Running downhill to the right side. Brings it across to Bo Howard. Bo's going to now look to the middle. Goes to his left. Still looking. Brings it out to Luke Burton, who's now going to sweep across the right. Ball comes loose, and St. Leo comes up with the turnover. Good defense. As the transition, they don't take the shot. You kind of almost, when you see, if you're a lacrosse fan and you see a long pole running with a stick, you kind of want the guy just to shoot it. But obviously that's not what they're going to do. That's all right. So St. Leo will slow it down, and we have a couple flags on the field. Looks like the Saints are going to be called for offsides on this one. So this is a little bit of a freebie. About 50 seconds on the shot clock for St. Leo. Down the right alley. Looking for space again. Good slides by the Saints defense. Ball comes to the middle. Spins to his right. There's a shot. Oh, and it's a bouncer. With the spin and the shot, it's number 16, Thomas Palombo. Put that one in the ground, and Josh Stevens, the goalie for Flagler, just couldn't find it. And St. Leo bounces that one right into the top of the goal. So St. Leo gets on the board with 5:40 here in the second quarter. It's 4-1. As we'll set it up in the middle of the field, right there on the big Flagler Saint logo. There's a scrum for the ball. Ball's loose. Looks like St. Leo comes up with it. The ball's loose and comes loose again, and Flagler comes up with it. Trace McDonald. Now he's moving to his left. He's trying to push it. Bounces it to Luke Burton, who's going to go behind the crease. And now they're probably going to slow this down as they bring in this new line. So as the Saints sub, Tyler Douglas comes in. And Jack Pila, along with Colton Reynolds. You remember Colton Reynolds had that awesome overtime goal against Florida Southern earlier in the season, just sniped one with a big win over that time a ranked Florida Southern team. And seemingly the Saints have been on a little bit of a tear since that game. A lot of confidence, playing like it too. There's a shot, and there's a goal. Number 22, it's Jack Pila. It's kind of a sneaker. I don't think anybody thought he was going to shoot it. And he said, okay, I'll take that one with the lefty. Great shot. Puts it right on the spot from high to low. And now the Saints are up 5-1. So they get back that goal they just gave. They keep a 4-goal lead now with 4:46 here in the second quarter. The Saints will reset again here. In the midfield, Matty Matrega for the Saints facing off. St. Leo does get the clamp and pops it out and then shoots it back across midline. St. Leo comes up with the ground ball. There's a lot of pressure. He's on that sideline. He has to chuck it up in the air, and the Saints come up with it. What a great ride on defense. I mean, can you ask for anything more? So the Saints will reset here. Great play by the Saints defense. Brandon Gusholt advancing it and getting it to the offense. So now the Saints will reset. Tyler Douglas in there along with Colton Reynolds and Jack Pila. Trace McDonald on that far side. I just know it's him because he has one number. Number 6. We call him 6. Ben Nyberg pass it around to Luke Burton, who brings it back up to Tyler Douglas, and ref has to duck as the ball comes right over his head. Tyler recovers, picks it up, goes down the left alley. He's looking for space. A slide comes. Saints are swinging around quickly, trying to find that open guy. Here comes back up to Trace McDonald. He wants some time here. Oh, he bounces left and goes right. He's going to shoot right. It's high, and there's a save. And the advance on the pass is no good. As a heads-up play by Ethan Lyles, number 56. Another great defender for the Saints this year. Ethan just snags that ball as it's loose and advances it up the field. Now the Saints have it back with a fresh shot clock. We got 60 seconds left in that shot clock. Just under 3 minutes here in the second quarter. The Saints are up 5-1. There's a pass down, and it can't handle it. It just bounces out. Again, earlier it rained just a little bit, so there's a little bit of moisture out there on the field. But everybody's got to play with it. Trace McDonald knocks the ball loose. St. Leo has to recover. They do. They're trying to find time. It's down to 65 seconds. They've got to throw it over. The ball is loose again. And St. Leo once again throwing it away as the Saints ride on defense. It's got to be so frustrating right now. They just can't quite seem to connect like they were earlier in the game. So the Saints, once again, with the ball on offense. Down the right alley, it's Trace McDonald. Pass in the middle, and it's Colton Reynolds who can't connect. We got somebody in the crease, unfortunately, and on the save by Drew Wheeler. The Lions will take the ball back. They advance it up the middle. Defense is trying to kind of reset here as they're trying to push. St. Leo pushes, and the ball flies out over the top. And so real quickly, Flagler takes the ball with 1:48. St. Leo just seems to have a really – and now we've done the same thing. Ball gets thrown out of bounds. Unfortunately, Ethan Lyles there right over the top. Right over the top of the head of Bo Howard. Bo just isn't that tall. You can't get that. I do think this little bit of moisture might be messing with the guys. Maybe the ball is a little slick. You know, if their mesh is wet, but you know, they all got to play with it. It is what it is. It is what it is. 1:25 here in the second quarter. Your Saints are up 5-1 over St. Leo. St. Leo comes in ranked number 17 in the country. They've been on a tear. They've been playing very well. The record shows it. There's a pass up top, and wow, what a great catch and a shot. That was number 66 for St. Leo. He had to snag that out of the clouds as Tristan LeBlanc one-hands that, brings it down, and was able to get a shot off. And the Saints defense, I think, got a little turned around, couldn't find him, and Josh Stevens can't stop that one. So Flagler Saints now 5-2, still a three-goal lead, I should say. Minute 9 here in the second quarter. Just joining us, thanks for tuning in. I'm Patrick Moore here from Flagler College. Your Saints battling against the Lions, up 5-2 over the Lions right now. There's a scrum for the ball on the face-off. Ball's loose. St. Leo comes up with it. Flagler is hounding him. That's Willie Bateman just haggling. Let's see what's happening. We got whistles, and St. Leo's going to call timeout. Probably a good timeout. Looked to me like that pole saw daylight, was probably going to let that thing loose. And St. Leo, Coach Jorgensen just decides better. Let's slow it down. Let's reset here. They've got a little bit of momentum. They've scored a couple goals, 2 goals here in the second quarter. Saints came out pretty quick there in the first quarter, scored 2 pretty fast goals, went up 2-0. And then rattled off a couple more, and now the Lions have managed, St. Leo's managed to get 2 goals on the board, so I'm sure they would love to try to sneak one in here before the end of the first half. Make it a 2-goal game, but it's going to be up to the Flagler Saints defense whether that's going to happen or not. So let's see here. I don't think it's not raining anymore. So I think I didn't look at the radar. I'm that old guy now, Patrick. I look at the radar a lot. I also work in roofing, so I kind of need to know what the weather is, but I think we're good. Yeah, we got a little ray of clouds in North St. Augustine. There's been some rain down there in Palm Coast, but I think we're good for the rest of the night. So it should be a perfect rest of the evening. It's senior night here tonight, so we're going to honor all 16 seniors. Hang out with us after the feed or after the game. We're going to stay live while we honor our 16 seniors on this Flagler men's lacrosse team. These guys are here. This is the class that came in as the first official class for the 4 years of this young program. And 4 years in, your Saints moving up the national rankings from 17 to 12 now after some impressive wins. Beating Embry-Riddle, beating Florida Southern, beating Rollins last week. Quite frankly, the Rollins win was pretty sweet. I live in Winter Park. I'll take it. Boys played amazing. But right now we got to take care of business against St. Leo. So here we go. We've got 18 seconds left. St. Leo looking for space. There is a move and a great shot. Very shifty there on the left side. And that gives them that third goal they were looking for with 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Looks like that was number 13 for St. Leo. That's John Rossi. Rossi? So we'll face off here as we get ready to end the second quarter. Neither team wants to give up a quick, cheap goal here, so. Ball pops loose. St. Leo comes up with it. They're going to try to advance, and they're going to try to get a quick shot. As there's 6 seconds, defense needs to slide, and the ball gets thrown across the middle as the defender gets in front of him. Ball goes out of bounds. And there's been several of those kind of passes for both teams, but especially St. Leo. They've really struggled throwing that pass across the middle. It just seemingly just keeps soaring on them. And as the end of the second quarter ends, have a little love tap going on down there on the little conversation. But oh yeah, we got a lot of conversation. Okay, that's all right. Trying to make his voice heard over there on the field. So that's going to bring us to halftime. As St. Leo has a little bit of momentum now going into halftime, but the Saints still up 5-3. And It's been a fun game. Fun game. I think this is what we expected. I think we thought this was going to be. Yeah. Yeah. I think we thought this was going to be a good game. All right, so at halftime, 5-3. We're going to take a quick little break here. We'll be back right there before the end of the third quarter. I'm actually getting hot up here. I think I need to go get a little water break. I might need to go find a hot dog or something too. I'm kind of hungry. We'll be back with more Flagler Lacrosse, Saints Lacrosse here in about 10 minutes.
How do you make history? In St. Augustine, Florida, Flagler College stands as a beacon where the lion-hearted can forge new paths. Here, your courage finds its name, and ambition finds its home. Inspired by the visionary Henry Flagler, you don't just learn, you create, innovate, and find where you truly belong. So how do you make history? It starts with you, right here. Flagler College, where history begins.
And we're back starting the second half here at Flagler College. There's going to be a push there on that one on St. Leo as Matty Trega takes a little spill, but the Saints come up with the ball. So the Saints will give it another go here on offense. Welcome back to our live broadcast of Flagler Men's Lacrosse as your Saints are up 5-3 over St. Leo. We have a battle of the nationally ranked teams here tonight. Your young 4-year-old Flagler Saints program ranked 12th in the country coming into tonight. St. Leo ranked 17th. Has been playing some very good lacrosse this season. Struggled in the first quarter, but came alive in the second quarter and got 3 goals there. Tyler Douglas for Saints comes across the middle. It's Ben Nyberg there coming across. Comes up top. He's looking for some space. As they set a screen, he tries to slip. Still hangs on to it. So St. Leo able to cut that deficit to 2. It's now 5-3. As we talked about earlier, you'll see the guys kind of slipping a little bit. There was some rain earlier in the game during the first quarter. Nothing too heavy, just more of like a good mist. So it has made it a little slick out there. You'll notice guys slipping. The ball is kind of popping out of the sticks in a funny way. St. Leo seemed to struggle with it a little bit more than Flagler did. As the shot clock comes down to 6, the Saints need to get a shot here. There's a shot in. That's not going to be the shot that they wanted. Jack Pila tries to get the lefty off, and it's an easy save for St. Leo. So now St. Leo in transition. And there's going to be a shot, and it is saved. And as they do, Wade Lemon now in at goal for your Flagler Saints. Lemon, sorry. Lemon. I don't know where I got that from. So Flagler has been doing this goalie rotation with Josh Stevens during the first half, and then brings in Wade in the second half, and it's worked. A little non-traditional method for Coach Duncan and Coach King here at Flagler, but hey, if it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Tyler Trace McDonald down the right alley, swings it around. Here's Griffin Moore sweeping across the right side. He's looking for space. He's going to dump it out to Trace, who is able to pick it up. He's going to come down now to X. He's looking to bounce it, comes to his right, comes around the corner. He throws it across the middle. Nobody there. And Flagler comes up with it. 20 seconds left, and there's a right-handed rip by Brandon. It goes wide on the shot, but Flagler will take it back. There's Griffin Moore coming to his left across the middle. Ball comes loose. He goes on the ground, and St. Leo comes up with it. That's not what Flagler wanted on that play. So again, like St. Leo has done most of the night, now they're outnumbered. Flagler comes up with the ball as it comes loose. Comes across to the left side. There's and the ball it's a shot, but it actually hits a defender. And Flagler's going to regain possession as it kind of just hit somebody who came all the way outside. The St. Leo coaches are yelling that it hit Flagler. The ref is saying it's white ball, which would be Flagler. He looks the other ref. The other ref confers, yep, you got the call right. St. Leo doesn't like it, but Flagler will maintain possession. Thanks for tuning in here at St. Augustine, Florida. I'm Patrick Moore, taking you for a ride here tonight through the Den as Saints host the St. Leo Lions. It's senior night here at Flagler. We're going to honor all our 16 seniors. On the left side, again, that looks like Griffin Moore, who bounces it out to the middle. There's a quick pass to the middle to Dylan Wilson. He can't handle it. Trace McDonald, Trace comes up with it, brings it to the right side. There's a shot and a nice save. The shot is going to be Bo Howard, number 16, but a good shot, a better save. That's Drew Wheeler there, I believe, in goal. Let me double check. And I'm sorry, I cannot see these numbers. It's dark here. Yeah, it is still Drew Wheeler in goal for St. Leo. So nice save there for the St. Leos. They're going to take over on offense. They're going to bring guys in and out, try and get their personnel on. Ball gets thrown all the way back out to the midfield line. It's going to be number 55, Zach Krog. Number 13 has the ball. That is John Rousey. Rousey comes back to his left. He spins. Flagler's defense is just continuing to slide, stay in front of their guy. They've done a pretty good job of that all night tonight. It's 20 seconds here on the shot clock with 10 minutes left in this third quarter. Ball gets down to the X. There's a quick pass in the middle. Can't handle it, but St. Leo comes up with it, and a huge save by Wade Lamont. And Wade likes it. I like it. The Flagler fans like it. Coming into the crease. There's a shot. Oh, and he's in the crease. That's going to be against St. Leo as he falls in. You can't do that. Shot was wide anyways, went out of bounds. So Flagler will now take over on possession. Fresh shot clock, 5-3, 9.5 minutes in this third quarter. Oh, what a play. And, wow, that's what's going on here. Oh, they're going to call that against Flagler. I think that was Dylan Quigley. Again, I can't see these numbers. I'm sorry, folks. Was that Dylan? Yeah, Dylan Quigley. You're going to help me with numbers here. I'm just recruiting everybody up here in the booth to help me. I'm flying solo here, folks. So I think the referees say you can't put your head down and run over him like a football player like that. That's a no-no. So Flagler will turn it over. And St. Leo will take it. Oh, again, another pass just popping out of the stick, and great defense as it goes to the midline, and it's a cross. And that's going to be over and back. You can't do that either. So now Saints will regain possession. Whistle blows. Luke Burton is looking to advance. He's going quickly to the middle. Comes across to his right. And he's going to bounce it down there to that right-hand corner to Ben Nyberg. Ben says, boys, let's slow this thing down. Trace McDonald at the top. Coming down that right alley a little bit, just trying to kind of see what they're going to give him. Bounces it back out to the top here now. That's going to be Jack Pila. Jack goes to his right. Finds a man, and the pass is a little off on that one. Trace that's a tough pass, moving backwards, a lot of times Trace will grab that, but that's a tough one, so the Saints are going to turn that one over. St. Leo will take over now. Saints bringing a full ride here. Ball is, again, popping loose for St. Leo. Just a combination of the wet and the little sloppy play. Lots of pressure. Tyler Douglas just hounding the snot out of that pole, and he just can't hang on to it. I believe that was number 88 for St. Leo. J.D. Henniger. So Flagler will get the ball back again. They advance it down to the middle. There's a man down to the left crease. He slides around. Ball pops loose. As he hangs his stick, he loses that one. So it's going to be a turnover on the Saints. Ian Plott wanted to come around the crease there, and sometimes you hang that stick there. Deep holes love that. They just want to knock that sucker out. So anyhow, 5-3 here in the third quarter. Thanks for joining us here. We're live from St. Augustine. It's absolutely perfect for senior night. We have a huge crowd. The stands are full. People standing room only at the end line, on the sidelines. St. Leo down the right side. Back behind the pole, or back behind X there. Looking inside, gets the pass off. And wow, what a great play. As it didn't seem like he was going to be able to hang on to it, and he did. And that's number 6, Thomas Nealon. And he made a heck of a play to even hang on to that ball. And then got the shot off a little low to high. And Wade never really had a chance on that one. So now St. Leo makes this a 1-goal game. The Saints haven't scored in quite a while since about halfway through that second quarter, so they really need to get one on the board here. St. Leo gets the face. Going to bring it down the right alley. In that first half, St. Leo only had 8 shots to Flagler's 22. But it hasn't really mattered to this point now because St. Leo's shots here in the third quarter and the end of that second quarter have now made this a 1-goal game. It's going to be Ben Baker coming down the left alley for St. Leo. Swings it across the right side. There's a shot, and it's going to be wide. Wade was all over that one, sniffing it out. So I think he was there, but it was a little wide. But St. Leo will keep possession as they were on the end line. So they bring it down the right alley again. Looking to the crease. Oh, and there's another pass by St. Leo. Out of bounds. The turnovers. They're just not helping themselves. But again, they've kept it a 1-goal game. That first half, St. Leo had 15 turnovers to Flagler's 11, but it sure felt like St. Leo had quite a bit more just the way the ball was bouncing. So now Flagler will change some personnel. Going to get this first line of midfielders back on the field here. There's Tyler Douglas up top. Colton Reynolds waiting to come back on, and there's the switch. Now Colton comes on. There's a quick shot. It's a save by Wheeler for St. Leo. There's a man open and a shot. Ball is saved again by Wheeler as Luke Burton goes low to low and can't get it to fall. So now we've got Trace McDonald chasing the ball down. Ball is loose. Oh, and there's a flag on the play. Well, that's disappointing. The St. Leo sideline likes it, obviously. And the Flagler sideline, not so much. Coach Duncan waving, and now the refs are going to kind of talk about it. I don't know if they're going to overrule themselves on this one, but I think they're going to let us know what the call is. It's going to be a push on Flagler. 30-second penalty, so the Saints will be down a man for 30 seconds here. Definitely tough. Again, kind of a product of this artificial turf, a little bit of rain. Guys are slipping and sliding. So it's an unfortunate break, but it is what it is. The guys in the stripes called it, and so we got to respect it. So St. Leo will be a man up. They're going to bring it down to the right side. They're going to bring it back up to the middle now. Trying to find space. The Flagler sideline over there trying to get the defense hyped up. There's a skip pass all the way to the left side, back to the top, back around. They're moving it quickly. They're looking inside. There's a pass that is not connected, and Flagler comes up with it. And so Wade will carry it up, looking for a midfielder. It's going to be brought across now by Griffin Moore, number 5 for Flagler. And I believe now the Saints will just reset. Here comes Garrett Moore. They have the same last name because they are brothers. Garrett's senior this year. Those are my boys. Very proud of them and all these Flagler boys. They've had a great season so far. Just amazing success in only a 4-year-old program. So much respect for Coach Duncan and Coach King and Coach Foote and the whole staff, the work they put in for this young program. There's a pass to the middle. It's going to be Bo. Bo looking to his left. Brings it down to the bottom. There's Griffin with a quick pass. Now Luke Burton, shifty looking. Griffin Moore back to the top to Bo. Here goes Garrett Moore to his left. Looking inside. There's a pass, and it doesn't connect, and St. Leo's going to come up with it. Had a man and just couldn't connect on that one. So unfortunately, the Saints not getting the shot production they had in that first and second quarter, especially the first quarter, just lighting it up. 3 minutes left here in the 3:10 left here in the third quarter. The Saints hanging on to a 1-goal game. St. Leo hoping to try to find that equalizing goal. There's a fake little pass. St. Leo just getting their subs in, trying to get the right personnel, the guys they want. Ben Baker, number 51, big kid, bright yellow shoes. I like those cleats. Now they'll go down the right alley. There's a screen. John Rossi, number 13, carries to X. St. Leo trying to set this up and trying to find space. He's going to spin back to the middle. He's looking. He's spinning. And defense slides again. Great defense by Flagler, forcing the ball back out top. They're going to swing it around. Oh, and there's a great check there. It's Brennan Oblick. Oblecki, I can't say it. I don't know. There's a shot. How do you say it? Oblage. Okay, thank you. You're my guy now. I got my two guys up here. Oblage. I always just yell Brendan, you know? So the Saints can't connect there. They shoot it over the top, and the shot clock's going to run out. And now with 2:05 here in the third quarter, Saints holding on to this one-goal game really need a goal here. I mean, something here in the third quarter would just be huge. So Jack Pila up there brings it up the field, up to Parker Collins. Parker's playing great tonight. Very aggressive in that midfield. Big kid, big shoulders. Loves to push guys around and advance that ball so fast. So now the Saints will set up their defense. It's Colton Reynolds down to Ben Nyquist. Up to the top. Looking for Trace McDonald. Trace looking to sweep left like he does. Swings it back to the right. It's Ian Plott. There's a shot. Oh, and it's a quick shot. I believe that's Colton Reynolds. So Luke Burton back there on the shot, so we get the ball back. 20 seconds here on the shot clock. So really need a good shot here. Let's get something on Cage for the Saints. Jack Pila to his left. He slips a little bit. Trying to bring it back to the right. Trying to find space. He's going to shoot. Oh, and there's a shot. It's saved. It's saved. And they are going to call a reset. Okay, so there's a reset on the play. 60 seconds for the Saints. Good hustle there by Trace McDonald, the sideline, to chase it, but a reset. Nice save by Wheeler in goal for St. Leo. Ian Plott to his left, up top, swings it back across. Ball comes over to the right side there to Trace McDonald. Trace goes to his right, down the alley, looking inside, nothing there, bounces it back. It's going to come inside, he shoots, he gets drilled right in front of the crease, doesn't go in. We come up with the ball, Trace is down. They're going to call a quick little ref timeout check on him. He's going to have to come off for that. He got a clean play, but just good little pop. That'll wake you up. Little smelling salts to get you waking up there, a little hit in the crease. So Tyler Douglas is going to come in for Trace. Trace will take a quick breather. It's one of the few times he's come off the field tonight. Here goes Tyler. Tyler's running down the right side with 20 seconds. He's going to shoot, and that's the end of the third quarter. So the Saints can't put anything on the board there. St. Leo does, and we've got a one-goal game at the end of the third quarter. So it's all coming down here to the fourth quarter in St. Augustine. As your number 12 ranked Flagler Saints battling tonight against the St. Leo Lions, who are ranked 17th in the country, consistently one of the better Division II lacrosse programs in Florida. We are extremely fortunate down here in Florida to have the kind of lacrosse that we do. So I was looking earlier today, some interesting scores across Division II lacrosse. And today, Lenore Ryan, ranked number 3 in the country, loses to Anderson, unranked, 15-9. It's a pretty big upset, huge win for Anderson. Another interesting score, Embry-Riddle over Florida Southern, 10-9 today. That's a big win. Embry-Riddle, we beat them earlier. Flagler beat them earlier in the season. Tampa took care of business against Maryville 9-6, so they'll stay in the top 1 or 2 spot there. Lots of good lacrosse happening today. Rollins actually losing their second game of the week as the Saints beat them last Saturday. So looking at the scoring here, Flagler went up 2-0 in that first quarter and then scored 3 more in the second quarter to go up 5, but have 5 goals, and then St. Leo scored 3 in that second quarter, and now that other goal in the third quarter makes it that 5-4. Again, right now, from a shot standpoint, Flagler with 31 shots to St. Leo's 13. Obviously, Flagler getting way more shots, but not connecting. And St. Leo with more production with less shots. So there's a scrum for the ball. Ball still loose. And the ball gets kicked out, and St. Leo actually comes up with it. Willie Bateman trying to get his hands on that thing and just can't quite get there. So now St. Leo will take over offensive possession here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. About 4:28 in the fourth. Flagler up by 1. It's 5-4. It's been a great game so far. Beautiful night. Absolutely perfect weather. St. Leo, like they've been doing, pretty methodical in the way they run their offense. They're looking for their shot. There's a high pass skip all the way across the top. Looking for space. A shot off the left side. It's off the mark. So now 25 seconds on the shot clock. St. Leo will try and pop that one across the middle. It's not a great pass, but they recover. There's a shot across from the right side, and it's just going to go out of bounds. So St. Leo will have 18 seconds left here on the shot clock. Ben Baker, number 51 for St. Leo, looking for space. He's running down that right side. He's going to shoot. It goes high. That's some really great defense there by number 35, Jacob Hauser. Jacob has been mixing it up all night for the Saints. So 4 seconds left on the shot clock. They're looking for a quick pass in the middle. There's a ball. It's loose. Oh, my goodness. Thomas Nealon for St. Leo comes up with the loose pass and shoots one right over the top of the goal. And in unison, the whole sideline for St. Leo. Oh, they wanted that one. So the Saints hang on to the 1-goal lead. Jack Pila brings it down the left side. Luke Burton over to Ben Nyquist. Ben's going to bring it up top to Trace McDonald. And Trace is looking for space. He's got it. He's running downhill in the right lane. Slide comes. He brings it down to Luke Burton. Luke's pass is tipped by the pole, and the ball goes to St. Leo, but then Luke dives, knocks it loose, makes a great play. After the pass he threw that got knocked down, he says, nah, not going that way. We're going back this way. So Flagler hangs on to it. So Flagler will now get another reset. 68 seconds on the shot clock. Down to Luke Burton. He's going to bring it up top to Jack. Number 22, Jack Pila, goes to his left. Keeps moving. Bounces it out. He's on the ground. There is a full tomahawk chop. And that's going to be a flag for St. Leo. That's J.D. Hettinger. He took his battle axe, swung it waist high, and Refs didn't like it. They're going to call it a slash. It's a 1-minute penalty. We're going to reset the shot clock to 60 seconds. We've got 12-13 here in the fourth quarter as the Flagler Saints, number 12 in the country, trying to get another goal and hang on to this thing against St. Leo. It's senior night here at Flagler College for your men's lacrosse team. All you parents out there watching and listening, family and friends, thanks for tuning in. If you'll hang on after the game is over, we're going to keep broadcasting our senior night activities. There's a great pass inside, and Tyler Douglas can't finish it after a really nice save by Wheeler for St. Leo. Tyler made a great cut, caught the ball, right hand, shot it, and Wheeler just made a save. Not much else you can do about it. Ball is loose, and it's going to be over and back. Oh, called offsides. Okay, so Saints are going to come up with it. They're looking to sub. There's a quick pass in the middle. Tyler Douglas back out now to Ben. Trace McDonald shoots. It goes right over the top of the goal. Tried to sneak that in, kind of going high right over the top of the goalie's head, and couldn't find the mouth of the goal there. So Flagler will hang on to it. 60 seconds on the shot clock, 11 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Down that right side, Bo Howard. There's Luke Burton. Looking, trying to find a man. Brings it up top to Trace McDonald. Trace is going to go to his right, and he's going to shoot high. And the ball is going to go to St. Leo. Unfortunately, just the angle of the shot, Ben Nyquist diving to the inline, and the ball just went too far to the corner there, which gave the advantage to the pole, number 4, Owen Willis for St. Leo. So St. Leo advances. They're on the offensive end here. 62 seconds on the shot clock. Saints hanging on to a 1-goal lead. Saints are going to slow it down. I'm sorry, St. Leo is going to slow it down so they can get all their personnel on the field. Down the right alley, there's a shot, and it's wide left. It's number 66, Tristan LeBlanc, with the shot for St. Leo. 60 seconds. Oh, and they throw it over the midfield line, which is going to give it back to your Saints. So Saints will take over. That's another costly turnover by the by the St. Leo Lions. They've had several passes like that tonight. Again, it did rain earlier in the evening. There's a little bit of moisture on the artificial turf here at Flagler. You get a little bit of water on those lacrosse balls, and it can get slick out there. Here's Garrett Moore, number 24 for Flagler, down the left alley, and he slips and falls, gets back up, hangs on to it, bouncing. He's looking. They're going to bounce it back out to the top. Chase Grand in there. Trace McDonald to his left. He's got space. He shoots. Oh, and a nice save by Wheeler in goal for St. Leo. Flagler knocking on the door. That's 2 really good shots that Wheeler saved now. Garrett Moore spins, looking for space. He's going to go to his right. Bring it out to the right side there. Here comes Ben Nyberg. He passes inside. There's a shot and another save. Augie with the shot, and ball pops loose for Flagler, or for the Saints, and there's a shot, and oh man, that is frustrating. St. Leo, ball pops loose. St. Leo is able to somehow or another come up with it. Makes a quick pass. That's Thomas Nealon, number 6. Passes it over there to 45, Aiden Notkin. So St. Leo able to tie this one up. We're 5-5. 8:48 here in the fourth quarter. You wanted some lacrosse. You got it, folks. We got a game. It's all brand new. Starting all over, 5-5. It's basically a 0-0 game. There's a scrum for the ball, and they're going to call a hold on St. Leo. That's going to give Flagler the ball. And now Flagler will bring in a fresh leg line of midfielders. Colton Reynolds at the top, number 12 for your Saints. Flagler really needing a goal here. 2 really good shots on goal. And 2 nice saves by Wheeler for St. Leo. So now Saints have to figure out how to get it in the back of the net, finish it. Again, trying to move the ball, tight space here, keeping the defense moving. Offense is moving well. Here's Trace McDonald to his right, shoots, and as he shoots, the ball just goes actually into the parking lot. But he got hit by that deep hole stick right as he was shooting it. Nice defensive play. Ben Nyberg back at X, 27 seconds on the shot clock. Coming to his right, bounces out. There's a fake and a shot. Oh, and Luke Burton is going to want that one back. Made a great hitch move inside, and the ball sails over the right corner of the goal. I think he was almost shocked he was so open. There's a pass up top. Trace McDonald snags it. Ball's loose, and Trace is down. And St. Leo's going to come up with it. McDonald looks to be okay. So St. Leo now going to set up their offense. Tons of guys changing in and out. Comes Tommy Leonard on defense for Flagler Saints, number 9. Right now, St. Leo definitely got some momentum. Tied this game up just a few minutes ago, 5-5. Flagler's been holding on to this 1-goal lead for quite a while, and then St. Leo able to tie it up. Flagler looking to make and there's a shot and a goal. Again, almost like the same type of play from that left side. Number 13, John Rossi. And very shifty, very quick over there. Flagler not able to stay in front as he slips behind the defender, bounces that one in the back of the net. So now St. Leo up 6-5. 6:43 here in the fourth quarter. The momentum right now definitely in St. Leo's favor. The Flagler Saints have to figure out a way to claw back into this thing, put it in the back of the net. Ball's loose. Matt Matrega comes up with it. He is on his horse. He's moving. Passes it out to the right side. There's Luke Burden with a shot! Luke Burden with the goal for the Saints. Ties it back up. And we are 6-6 on the Luke Burton goal with a great pass from Matty Matrega after he gets the face off, scoops it up, hustles down the field, right over to Luke Burton. Luke makes a little shifty move to his right and puts it in the back of the net. That's what the Saints needed. Again, we're tied up 6-6. St. Leo comes up with this one. St. Leo looking to advance it, and they do get it across. Oh, ball's loose. Oh, and there's an unfortunate course of events as they're going to call a flag. That's going to be against Gordo, number 97. They're going to call the trip. As he went over the top and hit the stick, his stick came down and St. Leo tripped over it, and there you go. So we are going to be a man down. And this is where your defense just really has to dig deep. You're late in the game. You know, we are hour and a half into this thing. A lot of emotion, a lot of hype. 2 ranked teams. Man down on defense. The Saints have to find a way to get a stop here. could be one of the things that could help change the momentum of this game as St. Leo has clawed their way back in, and Flagler able to equalize it with that 6th goal. Just under 6 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Thanks for joining us here in St. Augustine. St. Leo slipping, falling, ball's loose. Wade with a great play at goal, knocks the ball loose and says, not today, that is mine. That's what Flagler needed as they were man down. They needed that ball back. And there's a turnover on the play as the Saints are trying to advance the ball, and there's a turnover from St. Leo again, throwing the ball out of bounds. So number 19, Brandon Gersholt just couldn't make the play and then turned around, and St. Leo couldn't make the play. So the Saints end up with the ball. Here comes Griffin Moore, number 5, looking to sneak one, but he brings it back out. Trying to keep the defense honest. He brings it up top. There's Dylan Wilson. He's got some space. He brings it to the top to Trace McDonald, who's sweeping left. Trace goes back to Dylan. Dylan looking for space. He rips a shot, and it is wide. Again, that low-to-low shot that Wilson likes. It is a zinger. Luke Burton coming across on the left side of the crease. Here's Griffin Moore with a shot. Oh, and it is high. That one had what you call some mustard on it. Saints will keep possession, 45 seconds on the shot clock, 4:45 in the game. We're tied 6-6. You got the number 12 and the number 17 ranked team in the country playing. There's a shot, and it is way over the top of the goal. Luke Burton trying to make something happen there. 30 seconds, plenty of time. Trace McDonald up top now goes to Griffin Moore. Back over to Bo Howard. Bo looking for some room. He comes back left. Looking inside. Trace McDonald. There's a screen set by Wilson. Trace comes across. He's just trying to sneak inside. He's got space. Ball pops loose. Ball's loose. And there's a shot by the Saints. And it's a goal. That's Ben Nyberg. That is Ben Nyberg. And right now, my favorite number is 29 because this now is a Saints lead, 7-6 with 4 minutes. Can you feel the tension, folks? What a game. Don't go anywhere. The Saints and the Lions battling it out. 4:09 left here in the 4th quarter. Ball is loose. St. Leo actually comes up with it. Going to push down that right alley, and then looks like they're going to bring it out, and we got a timeout. So Coach Jorgensen wants to call a timeout. So St. Leo timeout. Exactly 4 minutes here in the 4th quarter. On Patrick Moore here at Flagler College. In what we call the den. I have my counterpart over here, Patrick. His name's Patrick too. He doesn't have a headset or a mic. So all he gets to do is basically nod and say yes or laugh or whatever. So I appreciate you being here, man. But we've had quite a game here, guys. This has been, I think, everything all the hype it lived up to be. This is a type of game for both teams that can set in motion some major success down the road. Obviously, St. Leo in the Sunshine State Conference, Flagler in the Peach Belt Conference. The beauty of Flagler being here in Florida is they can play all these Sunshine State Conference teams like Tampa, St. Leo, Florida Southern, Rollins, Lynn, Palm Beach Atlantic, Embry-Riddle. So they constantly are playing some of the best teams. Sunshine State Conference consistently has 3, 4, sometimes 5 teams ranked in the top 20 in the whole country in Division II lacrosse. So if you don't know anything about Division II lacrosse, just look at Florida because this is where it's going on. So we are a 1-goal game. Flagler up 7-6. St. Leo with the ball after the timeout. Coach Jorgensen wants to set his guys up. Obviously going to try and get a set play here. looking down to the inline. They can bring it to X. Looking inside, and there's nothing there. They're going to bring it all the way up top, back to the right. There's a screen on the play. Rolls back to his left. He falls. Great defense. Ball comes loose, and the Saints have it again. Oh, and there's a turnover on the play. Ethan Lyles had it. Looks like he slipped. And St. Leo with the smart heads-up play knocks it loose. And so now St. Leo gets another reset. 64 seconds on the shot clock. Ben Baker, number 51, brings it down the alley. And they're going to call. The ball does go out of bounds, but the referee here nearest to us says it was tipped. But the shot clock still runs. There are 56 seconds. 3-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. St. Leo trying to find that equalizing goal again. There's a shot, and there's a goal. Down that left alley, nobody slides, and he just runs right by. And that's going to be number 55, Connor. Can't see, I'm sorry, guys. I have no light up here. Swindersky? So St. Leo gets that equalizing goal they've been looking for again. Ties this thing up 7-7. Under 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Absolute battle here tonight. Face-off, ball's loose, and Matty Matrega comes up with it. Comes to the left side of the field. Looking for somebody to give it up to. St. Leo trying to bring a double. There's Willie Bateman at top, number 7. He's going to hang on to it as we sub some guys in. Luke Burton, okay. And there's a timeout on the field. Flagler is going to call a timeout. Coaches are going to talk about it. Coach Foote, Coach Duncan are going to circle up the offense. Talk about what the next few seconds are going to look like. And if you're a Saints fan, you're hoping it's going to be another goal. So 7-7 here, 2.5 minutes left, fourth quarter. Amazing lacrosse here tonight. Beautiful night. It's probably, is it in the 60s yet? I'm getting old. I look at the weather all the time now. It's 67 degrees. Absolutely beautiful. We had a little sprinkle of rain earlier. We have a huge crowd here tonight. Got to give a huge shout out to the Flagler fans, the students. We got so many fans that everybody's standing on the ends of the field. We've got a whole huge crowd of Flagler parents set up at the inline behind the net there. They have been rowdy and loud. The boys are definitely going to need them now because we got 2.5 minutes to dig deep, try and get another goal. But so far here in the second half, St. Leo's definitely had more momentum. They were able to tie that game early, and then it's just been a back-and-forth game, trading goals back and forth. So Flagler will bring it up top. Augie brings it over to the left side to Tyler Douglas. Tyler to his left. He's looking, sweeping across the right. He's looking for some space. Doesn't have it. Bring it out to McDonald, number 6. Comes to his left. It's a great pass, shot. Oh, and it's over the top. Augie with the shot, but it goes a little high. Still 38 seconds on the shot clock, so plenty of time for the Flagler Saints with 2 minutes here in the fourth quarter. We are what you would call in crunch time, folks. This is where you earn your keep. Tyler Douglas on the left side. He hitches, tries to come back from the middle, doesn't get it. Good defense by St. Leo. Ben Nyquist back to Tyler Douglas. Tyler tries to slip inside, shoots, and he gets absolutely annihilated. Annihilated as he shoots the ball. That is absolutely a flag. Cross check right there for sure. Great save by Wheeler for St. Leo, but as Tyler released the ball, just got absolutely manhandled. And you hate to see that because you just don't want anybody to get hurt, especially when you get in that upper chest, head region. Gets dangerous. But Tyler Douglas is a tough kid, and he is good to go. Coach Jurgensen doesn't like it. Tyler Douglas would respectfully disagree. He's the one that took the hit. But regardless, the flag came out. Saints get the ball. 7-7, minute 40 here in the fourth quarter. We got 56 seconds on the shot clock, so no rush for the Saints. They're going to want to eat a little bit of clock here and run their play. Bo Howard over to Trace, to Luke Burton, back to Bo. Fakes the pass out to the right. He's looking. There's Trace on the left side. They are man up. Trying to eat some clock, but also trying to look for their shot. Down to Luke Burton. Bo Howard fakes to his right. He's going to look and shoot. And, there's a shot, but it gets deflected by the defender. Doesn't even make it to the goal. And Owen Willis, number 4, the pole, is going to advance it up the field for St. Leo. So St. Leo has the ball with 55 seconds. They don't have to shoot here, or they don't have to worry about the shot clock. Fourth quarter, 7-7. And St. Leo's now going to be even because this is going to let this release. They're going to release this penalty earlier. Coach Jorgensen is going to call a timeout for St. Leo with 38 seconds, 7-7. So if you are Coach Duncan here, you need a stellar performance by your defense. You need them to stay in place. You need them to make good plays. Don't get beat. And hopefully get a turnover or a nice save and possibly a transition goal if St. Leo holds on to this thing long enough. But if not, you force the overtime. But let's not talk about that yet because we have to take care of business first by making the stop. So St. Leo is going to huddle up. Coach Jorgensen is going to confer with the defense and offense, and they're going to set up a play, I'm sure. Same thing on the other side. Coach King and Coach Duncan. Coach Foote going to talk to their offense and defense respectively. If you're in that offensive huddle for the Saints, you're probably just talking about, hey, if we do get a turnover, what are we going to do? How quick are we going to shoot? How fast do we need to go? Obviously, it depends on how much time is left in the clock. But right now, the Flagler defense has got to take care of business. And this is why you play. Number 17 team in the country, St. Leo, here in Flagler, St. Augustine, matching up against our number 12 Flagler Saints. Tie game, 38 seconds. St. Leo has the ball. Number 13, John Rossi, is going to hang on to this ball up top. Probably going to try to run this thing down under 20 seconds. And then he's going to move, sets a screen, moves to his right. Looking, rolls back. Now he's looking up top. He's going back down now to X. There's 16 seconds. Still has the ball. I think they're trying to get him on a one-on-one here. He's going to try to, nope, now he's going to bounce it out. They're trying to set these screens up top as they sweep. There's a shot and a save by Wade with 2 seconds left. We are going to overtime. And this is everything it was supposed to live up to. The hype is real. These teams can play. What a great full regulation time game. As the Saints able to hang on. Keep it tied, 7-7. Nice save by Wade. And we're going to go to overtime. So we're going to go 5 minutes for overtime. First goal wins. We have been here before. Flagler has. As you might remember earlier in the season, went to Lakeland, Florida, took on a then-ranked Florida Southern team. Actually up a couple goals late in the game, gave up some goals. Florida Southern tied it. Flagler able to get possession in that overtime, and then Colton Reynolds with the sniper shot from a great pass from behind the goal from Trace McDonald, and it was a really beautiful moment. I was there, and a lot of fun for our fans and the boys. Very exciting win. So now maybe this plays into your advantage a little bit. You've been here. You've done this. But again, a very young program for Flagler. 4 years old. St. Leo, a established, mature program. Coach Jorgensen, I believe, has been coaching at St. Leo for, 20 or 30 or 10 or 20 years now. He's been here a long time. So we will see what happens. Obviously, lacrosse is a game of possession. So face-off's going to be a big part of that. The crowd is on their feet. They are excited. They're getting loud. And I'm not going to say I don't like it. So this is where you're looking for your senior, Maddie Matrega, to come up big. We're going to face it off. Overtime, 7-7, first goal wins. Flagler Saints, St. Leo Lions here in St. Augustine, Florida. There's the face-off, ball's loose, ball comes loose, and it's still on the ground, and St. Leo comes up with it. I thought Gordo was going to get his hands on that one, couldn't quite get his long pole out there, and St. Leo comes up with it. So St. Leo going to change out their personnel. They're going to push to the left side, and they're going to call a timeout. So St. Leo's going to have possession here. Here in overtime, 7-7, first goal will win it. So there is no tomorrow after somebody scores. The Flagler defense can play well here, like especially the way they were playing in that first and second quarter. It would be huge for us. So we need a turnover here. We need to make a stop. So we'll see what St. Leo can draw up over there in the huddle. Flagler defense talking it up. Coach King right in the middle of the huddle just saying, reminding them of the things they do, how they have to do it. And so here comes a huge opportunity for St. Leo, obviously. A lot of pressure on the Saints right now. They have to make a stop. .343 here in the overtime. St. Leo with possession. From the top, 51, Ben Baker has the ball for St. Leo. He's going to use the screen. Ball's going to go up to Zach Krong, number 55 for St. Leo. Parker Collins chasing him down. Flagler trying to stay in place, just don't get beat. There's a screen on the play. Gordo riding with him. Ball comes to the left. Ball's high, but still in the stick. St. Leo being very methodical here. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Almost slips, stays on his feet. St. Leo brings it back to the left side. They're going to continue to bang it around. We got 20 seconds here on the shot clock. Now from X. Spinning ball is loose. And there's a huge turnover for the Saints. They got that ball from the St. Leo Lions. Big outlet by Wade. Saints are going to advance the ball. And Luke Burton's going to carry it down to Ben Nyquist. And now the Saints are going to call timeout. I don't know how much more my poor heart could take. I don't know. These guys, this game's wearing me out. This game is wearing me out. This is a great game. This is a great game. If you are just now, for some crazy reason, just now tuning in, you walked into an overtime battle between the Flagler Saints and the St. Leo Lions. 7-7, we're tied up. 2.5 minutes left here in overtime. Doesn't really matter. The shot clock's more of importance. First goal takes the W. St. Leo comes in, ranked 17th in the country. They've been on a tear coming into this game. They won last week against Alabama Huntsville. They beat Rockhurst. They edged out a win early in the season against a pretty solid team, Montevallo, who had a huge win last week, I believe, against UIndy. They beat Rockhurst, who was ranked number 18 in the country. So they've been on a tear, but so is the Flagler Saints. Nice wins over Embry-Riddle. Tough loss to Tampa, who's a very good team. Beat Florida Tech, beat Florida Southern, beat Westminster, who was ranked 20th in the country at the time, and then beat Rollins handily 13-6 last week in Winter Park, Florida, and then defeated Barton on Wednesday or Tuesday 14-8. So now Flagler has the ball, 66 seconds on the shot clock, 7-7, we're tied. First goal wins. Trace McDonald's going to carry down to the end line. And the Saints are going to set this thing up. He's going to roll back to his left. He's sweeping left. He drops it down. Tyler Douglas thinks about it, then brings it back out. Didn't have the angle on the shot there. Brings it out to the left. He's sweeping to his right. Jack Pila. Now there's Trace coming down to the right side, trying to sneak in there. Colton Reynolds looking on his left. Bounces back to his right. Back down to Trace. We got 30 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Trace. He rolls right, and there's a shot. Here's a goal! The Saints win in overtime! Unbelievable victory for your Flagler Saints. The Saints take the victory in overtime, 8-7 over St. Leo. Unbelievable. Is Flagler on a tear or what? Go ahead and put St. Augustine on the Flagler map because we came to play. The boys showed up again tonight, and your Saints beat a very resilient, tough St. Leo team who just grinded all night. Tons of respect and credit to them. They hung in there when Flagler came out early and got up, and they just kept grinding. They tied it up a couple times, took it to overtime. They were not able to connect as Wade Lamont made a huge save in that first possession of overtime. Flagler comes down. Coach Duncan calls a brilliant timeout. And Flagler with the overtime win. 8-7. Unbelievable. This was just so fun. I hope that you enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed the activity, the excitement. Flagler with a well-fought, deserved win tonight. Your Flagler Saints, again, 8-7 over St. Leo here in overtime. And I would dare say number 12 will probably change to a different number in the country after this win. Be sure to stay with us during the live stream here as the boys are going to shake hands. And then we're going to allow the PA announcer to announce the senior nights. We have 16 seniors that are going to be honored here tonight. This is a group of boys that came in 4 years ago as this new program was birthed. This new NCAA Division II lacrosse program was birthed. Coach Duncan had a vision. He made it happen. And what a joy it has been to see the success they've had so far this year. What a game.
senior night here at Flagler College. Today, we honor 16 seniors who have poured their blood, sweat, and tears into building a foundation for the Flagler men's lacrosse program. 13 seniors are members of the inaugural varsity team in 2022. Since then, the program has grown to where it is now. These seniors have helped forge moments that have happened this year, winning their first game against their ranked opponent and being nationally ranked
get
for the first time.
long lens that's at the bottom.
Number 12 in the nation. Our first senior has played all 4 years for the Saints. He has scored a goal and tallied an assist. He has scored a goal against Shorter on April 8, 2023. He is a PBC Presidential Honor Roll Bronze Scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, from St. Louis, Missouri, number 32, Luke Kane. Luke is the son of John and Sydney Kane. This senior has played all 4 years at Flagler. He has played in 25 games and scored a goal and tallied an assist. He scored his first collegiate goal against Limestone on March 16th of 2024. He is a 3-time PBC Presidential Honor Roll Scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, from York, Pennsylvania, number 36, Matt Dick. Is the son of Larry and Sheila Gick. Our next senior has done the Crimson and Gold the last 4 seasons. He has played in 22 games and tallied 1 assist with 13 ground balls and 10 caused turnovers. He is a 2-time PBC Presidential Honor Roll Scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, from Orlando, Florida, number 85, Jack Newell. Jack is the son of Josh and Holly Newell. This next senior has played 3 seasons for the Saints. He has scored 4 goals and tallied 1 assist in 14 games. He scored his first collegiate goal against Palm Beach Atlantic on February 10th of 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, from Windermere, Florida, number 45, Ryan Berkman. Ryan is the son of Mike and Kathy Berkman. The next senior has amassed a nice career here at Flagler. He has scored 15 goals and tallied 11 assists in 50 games. He reported a hat trick against Shorter on April 20th of 2024. He is a 3-time PBC Presidential Honor Roll Scholar and a 2-time D2 ADA Award recipient. Ladies and gentlemen, from Lexington, Kentucky, number 12, Colton Reynolds. Colton is the son of Chris and Christy Reynolds.
You have access to a pen down there right now?
This senior has played for Flagler all 4 years. In his career, he has scored 22 goals and tallied 14 assists in 49 games. He scored his first collegiate goal against St. Leo on March 12th of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sykesville, Maryland, number 2, Dylan Wilson. Dylan is the son of Scott and Amy Wilson. This senior transferred to Flagler from Jacksonville University. He has scored 14 goals to go along with 4 assists in 39 games. His first goal came against Embry-Riddle on February 1st of 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, from Winter Park, Florida, number 24, Garrett Moore. Garrett is the son of Patrick and Laurel Moore. Our next senior has played 2 years at Flagler after transferring in from Anne Arundel Community College. He has scored 3 goals with 2 assists in 23 games. He has 39 ground balls and 18 caused turnovers. He earned second team all-conference honors last season. Ladies and gentlemen, from Annapolis, Maryland, number 19, Brandon Russell.
Last time the wire was being over, it's on your back, it was being compressed.
Here's the clipboard. It's all turned off.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We all always do, right?
I know we got about 20, 30 things to break down.
Rounds out, coach.
I need to go off for a second.
Taking everything down here in the tent. So. Oh, and the coolers. But yeah, no, people get paid, sure.